Haristane aparade Hare Hare na Haristane aparade Hare Hare na Tomastane aparade nahi parita Hridoye sada Govinda Vishra Tumhara hridoye sada Govinda Vishra Govinda gaye namora Vaishnava para Prati janme kore asha charane raduli Prati janme kore asha charane raduli Tarotame koro daya apanar poli Vaishnava Patita pavana toma vina kirona Patita Patita pavana toma vina kirona Vaishnava Thakur Jaya 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 Vaishnava Thakur Ananta Gauri Vaishnavrinda ki. So Narottam Das is a very great acharya in our line of spiritual masters, and Prabhupada very much appreciated the songs of Narottam Das Thakur. They're very, very simple, old Bengali, even Hindi wala can understand, huh? You didn't have any difficulty to follow, huh? But even though it's very, very simple Bengali Bhasha, it's so simple, even if you go in Bengal, now what do they call it, Bangla, and you go to Bangladesh, you will find in the village, that just like we sing folk songs, they're singing the songs of Narottam Das Thakur. Very simple language. But Prabhupada said, all the deep truths of Vedas are contained within the songs of Narottam. Simple Bengali language, but very deep truths, very wonderful quality of Narottam songs. So here, Narottam says, E bara karuna koro Vaishnava Gosai. Actual word we know is Goswami, but this is Bengali Garkanam, nickname. Huh? We say, out of affection, we say Gosai. E bara, one time, Karuna. Karuna means compassionate. Be compassionate upon me. E bara karuna koro Vaishnava Gosai. Oh Vaishnava Goswami, just one time be compassionate upon me. Patita pavana toma bina kehonai. Patit means ourselves. Patit means fallen. Patit. And pavan means who purifies. Just like not far from our Brindakund, there's one Pavan Sarovar. Amongst the different lakes of Vrindavan is one of the most beautiful, along with Kusum Sarovar and Bimal Kund, Prem Sarovar, Pavan Sarovar, very beautiful, large. When the lake becomes too big, when the Kund becomes too big, then we call it Sarovar. Actually, original name of this lake was Nanda Sarovar, because Nanda Maharaj, he excavated it for the pleasure of the Brishvasis. How it became Pavan Sarovar is a very interesting history. Because one time, Nandalala, he saw that Mother Yasoda was making all types of funny bhojan. Not the regular rice, dal, chapati and sabji. She was making all types of fried things. Fried dal and fried save and matri, all types of fried things she was making. So Lala went there, he said, Maya, are Maya, kis prakar ka vichitra bhojan bana rahi aaj? What type of funny bhojan are you making today, Maya? He said, Lala, your Baba is going in Tirth Yatra. So all these things are fried in ghee, they will last for a long time, and he will eat them along the way. Because still today in India, there's many people that won't eat things cooked outside the house. Becoming less and less. Otherwise, we wouldn't hear all the noise on the train. Kela, kela, banana, kela, kela, banana. Save, save, apple, apple, save, save. Santri, santri, orange, orange, santri, santri, orange, orange. Time best kele pina, time best kele pina. Garangaran zingara, garangaran zingara. Chang, chang. But still we see the people, they bring their little tiffins, they have all little fried things and they eat them along the way. So Nandalala said, and Maya, where's Baba going? Where's Baba going, Maya? Where's he going? Lala, he's going to Prayag. Where's our Prayag Vasani? She's here tonight. Your mother's here? Not tonight, all right. So he's going to Prayag. Acha Maya, and where is that? Maya, and where is that? Ye kahan hai Maya, where is that? Arey Lala, I'm busy cooking. You ask too many questions. Because the little boys, they ask too many questions, huh? All the mothers shaking their heads, they know. You go ask your Baba, I'm busy cooking. Maybe soy mein byast hu. So Nandalala, he went to Nanda Baba. He said, Baba, Baba, kahan ja rahe Baba? Where are you going, Baba? Where are you going? Where are you going, Baba? He said, Lala, I'm going to Prayag. Acha Baba, where is that? Ye kahan hai Baba? Ye kahan hai Baba? Where is that? Where is that? Lala, that is very sacred place where Ganga, Jamuna and Saraswati join in Sangam. When two or more rivers join together, then we call it Sangam. Just like here, we have somebody from AP, somebody from Gujarat, somebody from Maharashtra, somebody from Bangla, and somebody from Rajasthan, and somebody from America, and we've all joined together. And one, where's our Sindhi Baba? Oh, there in front of me. And we've all joined together in Bhakta Sangam. He said, Acha Baba, Baba, today's very inauspicious day to travel. You should go tomorrow. Tomorrow is Akshay Tritiya. That is very auspicious day for starting your journey. Just like we see on the Vaishnava calendar on April or May when Tithi comes, Akshay Tritiya, beginning of Chandan Yatra. You've seen on the Vaishnava calendar. Huh? So Shai means to diminish. So Akshay means opposite, always increasing. anything done on that Akshaya Tritiya day will have unlimited results, ever-increasing results. So people like to open up their new store on Akshaya Tritiya day because they want that their profit should be Akshay, ever-increasing. Not like today where it's going down and down and down. And people do Griha Pravesh, first entrance into the new house on Akshaya Tritiya day, because they want that their happiness be Akshay, ever increasing in their new house. And if you want to come to Nandagam to see the festival, you will have to book your taxi well in advance, because all the taxis will be booked for Shadi. Because without consulting the Panditji, you can do your wedding on Akshaya Tritiya day. It is so auspicious Titi, no need of consulting Pandit, because everybody wants that should be Akshay, happily ever after. And for starting journey, it is very auspicious day. So Nanda Maharaj said, okay Lala, since you're telling, tomorrow I will go. Today I won't go, I'll go tomorrow. So next morning, like every morning, just like all of us, we get up before Mangalarti to take our bath, at least on Jamashtami and Gopurnima, or when we're in Vrindavan. So Nanda Baba, he went down to take his bath before Mangalarti in Nanda Sarovar. He saw this big personality was there rolling in the dust and laughing. Oh, 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 ha, 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 ha. Then he was bathing in the Sarovar, then rolling in the dust and laughing. Ha, 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 oh, 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 oh. Nanda Baba, he never saw such a personality in his Nandagam. He went there, he said, Maharaj, who are you? He said, Baba, I'm Prayag. And Nanda Maharaj said, Prayag? There's no Prayag who lives around here. Are Baba, not from here. I'm Prayag Raj, king of all the tears, where Ganga, Jamuna and Saraswati join in Sangam. Acha? Is it? And Maharaj, why have you come here? Oh, Baba, all year long everybody coming and putting their pap on me. So this one day, on this Akshaya Tritiya day, I come here, I bathe in this Sarovar, roll in this dust of Braj, and I become Pavana, purified. Acha? Is it? Then Maharaj looked, and on the other side of the Kund, he saw so many beautiful ladies taking bath. Very beautiful ladies, not like Nandagam ladies. Nandagam lady also beautiful, but this was different type of beauty. Just like we see the North Indians, they have different type of beauty, and the South Indians, they have beautiful flowers in their hair, and Bengali has different type of beauty, and Chinese lady has pretty eye like this. So different type of beauty. And very, very beautiful sari, not like Nandagam sari. Nandagam sari also beautiful, but this was different type of beauty, with silver thread going this way and golden thread going this way. So Nanda Maharaj went there, he said, ladies, who are you? Somebody said Ganga, Jamuna, Saraswati, Godavari, Sindhu, Kaveri, Narmada, Tungabhadra, Krishnaveni. All the sacred rivers were there taking their bath. Acha? And ladies, why have you come? Oh, Baba, all year long everybody coming and putting their pap on us. One day on this Akshaya Tritiya day, we come here, we roll in this dust of Braj, we take bath in the Sarovar, and we become Pavana, purified. Acha? I say, hey, is it? So then Nanda Baba, he took his bath, and he went upstairs. By that time, Nanda Lala woke up and he came, Baba, Baba, now you're going, Baba? Abhi ja rahe, Baba? Abhi ja rahe, Baba? Are Lala, ab nahi jaunga. Now I'm not going. Why is that, Baba? Why is that? Lala, every place I wanted to go, they all came here today to take bath. Kyon kastu taki wahan jaye? Why should I take trouble to go there? They all came here. From that day, this place became known as Pavan Sarovar. Anybody who takes bath there, he becomes Pavan. Therefore, we don't go to Kumbh Mela to take bath. Just like next year in Prayag is Ardha Kumbh Mela. And very special, two very special reasons. Just we passed the Purushottam month, so everything is late. So generally it's in December and January when it's freezing cold. This time it's mostly in February. Starts on end of September, December, on 22nd December, 22nd January, and runs into February mostly. So it's going to be a very special opportunity not be so freezing. And second thing is that Moni Amavasya is coming on Somavati Amavasya, is coming on Monday, the main bathing snan. So why are we building a big camp there? We can just go to Pavan Sarovar and take our bath. Even Prayagraj himself comes there. Because we're going to make a big camp and bring all the devotees there and go through the entire Kumbh Kshetra, chanting the holy names, bathing everyone with the nectar of the holy name. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Otherwise we have no need to take bath. We can just go to Pavan Sarovar. But we want to bathe everyone with the nectar of the holy names. So once we get mercy of Guru and Vaishnava, then we want to get mercy of Lord Chaitanya. So we have very beautiful song about Lord Chaitanya. It's not in Bengali. It's in Shuddha Brijbhasa language. You can look on your phones either. My songbook says Sundara Lala, some songbooks say Sundara Bala, but you can, either way you'll find it on your phone. Sundara Lala, Sachiru Lala, Najata Sri Hari Kirtane. 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 Palle Chandana Tilaga Manohara Alaka Shobhe Kapolana me. Palle Chandana Tilaga Manohara Alaka Shobhe Kapolana me. Bola Sundara Lala, Sachiru Lala, Najata Sri Hari Kirtane. Sachiru Lala, Najata Sri Hari Kirtane. Chire Chura, Darashani Rale, Vanapula Mala, Kiya Pardole. Chire Chura, Darashani Rale, Vanapula Mala, Kiya Pardole. Sachiru Lala, Najata Sri Hari Kirtane. Radha Krishna ekatanu hai, niduvana maje bansi bajave. Radha Krishna ekatanu hai, niduvana maje bansi bajave. Viswarupa ki prabhu ji sahi, avata prakatai nadiya mein. Sundara Krishna naam koi gavat hai Hari gunagan.
Koi gavat hai Radha Krishna naam, koi gavat hai
Mridanga tala madhura rasala bajata hai koi rangana mein. Sundara Lala, Sachi Dulala, Nachata Sri Hari Kirtan mein. That very beautiful son of Mother Sachi Devi, he's always dancing in Sri Hari Kirtan. Because in this dark age of Kali, this is the recommended process, chanting very loudly and very enthusiastically.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
And not that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made up some new religion. Because everything we do has to be based on Shastra. Scripture. Scripture is our praman, our evidence for those things we can't perceive with our senses. The only evidence is Scripture. Just to understand the importance of Scripture, Shastra, one time, all the older gopis came to complain to Mother Yasoda. This is called Ulana Lila. And they were all complaining that your Lala comes to our house and steals our butter, milk and yogurt. And Mother Yasoda said, Arisa kya? What do you think? In our house there's no butter, milk and yogurt? My Patidev, Nanda Baba, he has 9 lakhs of cows. You know the meaning of 1 lakh? Now you heard. How much?
1 lakh is like 100,000.
100,000. So 9 lakhs means almost 1 megabyte. So doodh, dahi, makhan, ghee, ye sab nadi ke barabar hamare ghar par bete rehti hai. These things are flowing in our house like river. Why Lala will go to someone else's house to steal? Have you got some praman? Do you have evidence? Aapke paas praman hai? Zavut? Arisaki, you want praman? We'll bring your Lala muh mein makhan and hat mein makhan. So the gopis, they got the best milk and bread from Krishna's favorite cow, Padma Ganda. You can understand, fragrant like a lotus flower. And first they made it into yogurt. You know? It's not like in the West and other places, they scrape off the cream and turn that into butter. We take the whole milk, turn it into yogurt, and we make it into butter. You can come and see for yourself. In February, every year, we have the Brindakun Anniversary Festival. In that festival, on the main day, we have butter churning. We have Marathi gopis and Gujarati gopis and Ruski gopis and gopas also, German gopas and American gopas and Croatian gopas and Manipuri gopis and who did we miss? Oh, Bengali gopis. Everybody gets a chance to turn the yogurt into butter. And I read one article that butter and ghee made from the yogurt creates the good cholesterol. And that butter made from the cream creates the bad cholesterol. Since you guys all worry about these things these days, I'm telling you everything. So they put that yogurt in a big pot and prrr, prrr, ching, ching, all their bangles going ching, 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 prrr, prrr. They made it into nice, soft makan. And they put that makan in a matka. And all around the mouth of that matka, they put little tiny bells. If anybody will move this matka, then all the bells will ring. Then they hung that matka from the rafters with a string, the rope. And they put all along the rope, they put little tiny bells. Anybody tries to untie, then all the bells will ring. Then they know, this fellow, he's very chatur, very clever fellow. He may try to use the ukal, the grinding mortar. So all around the grinding mortar, they put little bells. If anybody moves it underneath the pot, then all the bells will ring. Aur ye lala bahut chalu hai. He's very sneaky fellow. He may try to come by the window. So all around the window, they put little tiny bells. Anybody tries to come through the window, then all the bells will ring. Then all the elder gopis, they hid. So then, wherever there's soft, fresh, sweet butter, then Nandan sure to come to that place. So he came there with all his friends and he saw the whole scene. All around the windows is bells. All over the ukal is bells. All along the rope is bells. All along the mouth of the pot is bells. And Krishna said, "Are, who do these gopis think I am anyway? Who do they think I am? By my will, millions of universes are created. Simply by my mera ichcha se, they're all destroyed. Just by my will. What are these tiny little bells?" Then he looked at all the bells, he said, "Don't ring." So then Krishna and all the kahar boys, they came in through the window, not a single bell rang. They pulled that ukal underneath the pot, not a single bell rang. They untied the rope, not a single bell rang. Krishna brought the pot down, he put the mouth toward himself, not a single bell rang. He put his hand inside and began to eat all the butter, and every bell in the room began to ring. And the gopis jumped out, said, "Ha, we got you. Hamari paas praman hai, sabut. Muh mein makan and hat mein makan. Butter on the mouth, butter on the hand." And Thakurji ko bahut gusaya. He became very angry. "Are? I told you not to ring. Meri baat nahi manti. Meri baat nahi manti. You don't honor my word." And all the bells, they folded their hands. They said, "Maharaj, kaun si baat manao? Tune kaha mat bajna. Lekin shastra mein likhe hai ki Gopal ko bhog lagana hai to ganti bajana chahiye." No, when you offer the bhog, you always ring the bell, right? So we have to follow Shastra. So we know there's one very nice verse in Brihat Naradiya Purana. Every devotee knows, even in his sleep, if you say, "What is that verse in Brihat Naradiya Purana?" Every devotee will sing very loudly, "Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama eva kevalam, kalu nasteva, nasteva, nasteva gatirandita." That 3 times, just to... Prabhupada said when Shastra repeats something, it's meant for emphasis. So Hare Nam, Hare Nam, Hare Nam, eva kevalam, kalu nasteva, nasteva, nasteva. 3 times Harinam, 3 times no other process. There may be so many processes, like Gyan, Yog, Dhyan, but they will not be as effective in this Kali Yuga. They're all bona fide processes, but in this Kali Kala, because a tiny little word is Kaliya, Kalua. In this Kali Yuga, this is the recommended process, chanting the holy name. So once we get the mercy of Guru and Vaishnava, and we get mercy of Lord Chaitanya, then we can go to Braj. So we'll sing a very sweet little Brijbasa song. You can look on your phones, you can find Braja Jana Manna Sukhakari. Braja Jana Manna Sukhakari. Shri Radhe Braja Jana Manna Sukhakari Radhe Shama 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 Shri Radhe Makara Krita Kundala Galava Jandi Mala Jandi Mala Charananupura Rasasala Radhe Chama 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 Charananupura Radhe Manna Sukhakari Radhe Jama 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 Shri Radhe Radhe Manna Sukhakari Radhe Jama Jama Sundara Badana Kamala Dala Lochana Banki Chittavana Hari Sundara Badana Kamala Dala Lochana Bangi Chittavana Hari Mohana Bamsi Bihari Radhe Shama 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 Mohana Bamsi Bihari Radhe Shama 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 Oh Radhe Shama Radhe Shama Radhe Shama Radhe Shama Radhe Sham, Radhe Sham, Radhe Sham, Radhe Sham. Radhe, Radhe Manna Sukhakari Radhe Shama Shama Sham. Radhe, Radhe Manna Sukhakari Radhe Shama Shama Sham. Vrindavan mein Denu charave Gopi jana manahari Vrindavan mein Denu charave Gopi jana manahari Shri Govardhana Dhari Radhe Shama 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 Shri Govardhana Dhari Radhe Shama Shama Oh Radhe Sham, Radhe Sham, Radhe Sham, Radhe Sham. Oh Radhe Sham, Radhe Sham, Radhe Sham, Radhe Sham. Radhe, Radhe Manna Sukhakari Radhe Shama Shama Shama. Radha Krishna Miliya Bado Gaura Rupa Avatari Radha Krishna Miliya Bado Gaura Rupa Avatari Kirtana Dharma Prachari Radhe Shama 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 Kirtana Dharma Prachari Radhe Shama Shama Oh Radhe Shama Radhe Shama Radhe Shama Radhe Shama Radhe Radharana Mana Sukhakari Radhe Jama Jama Jam Radhe Radharana Mana Sukhakari Radhe Jama Jama Tum bina mere aur na koi naam rupa avatari Tum bina mere aur na koi naam rupa avatari Saranana me balihari rari Jama jama jam Saranana me balihari rari Narayana Bali Hari Radhe Jama Jama Jam Narayana Bali Hari Radhe Oh Radhe Jam Radhe Jam Radhe Jam Radhe Oh Radhe Jam Radhe Jam Radhe Jam Radhe Oh Radhe Jam Radhe So this beautiful Braj Bhajan just puts us in Braj mood. So today is Indira Ekadasi, the Krishna Paksh Ekadasi of the month of Ashwin or Padmanabha. So on Ekadasi I always tell my favorite Ekadasi pastime. Because of the 12 forests of Braj, there's one forest called Bahulavan. Anybody ever been to Bahulavan? I bet nobody's been there, huh? One person, huh? With Braj Prakama. Huh? Braj Prakama ke sath gaye? Very rarely we go to Bahulavan, but it's a very sweet place. So Bahulavan was named after a beautiful cow who lived there named Bahula. And she was a very, very pious cow. And one day it was Ekadasi, and she decided to do Nirjal. Even though she was very, 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 very big and pregnant. We don't recommend this for the ladies, not when you're pregnant. But anyway, she was a special cow, she could do like that. In the morning on the Dwadasi day, she gave birth to her calf. So you can just imagine, whole day she was doing Nirjal. Early in the morning she did childbirth, went through the trauma of childbirth. She was so thirsty. She immediately, without even licking her calf or giving her calf milk, she ran off to look for some water. So thirsty. Now if you watch the Discovery Channel, then you know where do the lions wait? By the water hole, is it? So she was drinking water and a big lion came. Immediately she bowed down before that lion. She said, please, I'll let you eat me, but you do one thing. You let me wait to give my first milk to my calf. Because that first milk that the cow gives, that has got special name called colostra. I don't know what you call it in Hindi, but in English we call colostra. And even the commercial dairies know that that's not meant for human beings. That's only meant for the calf. It's filled with probiotics. We make antibio, against life. But nature makes probiotics, like with life, for promoting life. So it's filled with all types of vitamins and minerals and probiotics to to help the calf become very strong. So she said, let me feed my first milk to my calf, then I promise, cross my heart, jhoot nahi bol raha hu, main wapas aungi. I'll come back. So anyway, lions are known as very ferocious, but also known as very noble. So he said, all right, you go feed your calf and you come back, but make it quick. So, meanwhile, I'll do my Facebook. So she went off to feed her calf, and she had tears in her eyes. And calf said, Mata, why are you crying? Why are you crying? He said, Lala, this is the last time I will see you. And she explained the whole situation. And then the calf began to cry, no, how can my mother die? You have given me life. Let me go and be eaten by the lion. So no, how can my calf die? I have lived for so long, now you have your whole life in front of you, and I will go. No, how can I see my mother die before my eyes? I will go. So then the cowherd boy came. The Gwal came. He saw that everybody's arguing. And he heard the argument and he understood what's going on. He said, no, my cow is giving me milk for the whole life. How can my cow die? I will go and be eaten by the lion. No, how can my Gwal go? You've taken so nice care of me whole life. No, how can my mother go? They were all arguing. All three went to see the lion. So lion is so surprised, he looked up. He saw three, or in place of one, three have come. And everybody's saying, eat me. No, you don't eat her, eat me. No, don't eat him, eat me. Like that, they were all arguing. And lion was so surprised. Just at that moment, Sri Krishna appeared on the scene, and he played on his flute. As soon as he played on his flute, everyone realized their purvashram. Because one time in the heavenly planets in Swarga, there was a performance by two Gandharvas called Hu and Ha. It's in the scripture, Hu and Ha. So while they were doing their performance for all the Devi Devatas, suddenly Narad Muni and Parasara Rishi appeared on the scene. So immediately all the Devi Devatas stood up and offered their respects. But Hu and Ha continued doing their performance. So Parasara Rishi became very angry. Are, what is this? Everybody show respect except for you? You're not fit to be here in Swarg. You're just like an animal. Animal shows no respect. It's like one time Prabhupada was in Mexico, Guadalajara. And all the mosquitoes were buzzing around. Everyone saw that the mosquitoes were not bothering Srila Prabhupada. And they said, oh, Prabhupada, here the mosquitoes are very respectful, they're not bothering you. He says, yes, but in Calcutta they don't care. So you should become an animal on the earth. And then Huhan said, wait a minute. You're Trikalagya, you sit in meditation, you go back into the past, you see within our hearts, we were busy doing our performance, within our hearts we have offered sastang pranams to you when you appeared. We didn't interrupt our performance. So then Parasara Rishi, he went into meditation, he went into the past, he saw that within their hearts they offered sastang pranam. He said, oh, I have done a big mistake, but I cannot take back the curse. So I will also go to the earth. This Narad Muni, he didn't stop me, he will also go. The earth was the witness, she will also go. So earth, that was Bahula the guy. Hu was the lion. The cowherd boy was Narad Muni. And well, calf was Narad Muni, cowherd boy was Parasara Rishi. So like that, they all realized their real identities. Krishna just played on his flute, everybody realized their purvashram and realized their real identities. Now the question comes, what happened to Ha? Anybody knows what happened to Haha? It's in the Bhagavatam, in Prabhupada's purport. Crocodile who attacked, just like now in Vrindavan, we're reading all about Gajendra Moksha. So Haha, he became the crocodile. So this beautiful forest became known as Bahulavan. And there's beautiful description in Chaitanya Charitamrita. It doesn't specifically mention Bahulavan, but I can tell because the next pastime is nearby Govardhan. But it describes that Mahaprabhu was walking in Bahulavan and all the deers were coming and licking his feet and smelling him, and the birds and bees were coming, and everybody was amazed at his beauty. They all felt this is Sakshat Brajanananda and Shyam Sundar, but instead of Shambarn, he's Gaurbarn. He's golden in complexion. And instead of flute, now he has sannyastic, but otherwise he's Sakshat Brajanananda and Shyam Sundar. So it doesn't say Bahulavan, but then says next he started toward Govardhan Hill, and that is exactly the sequence. From Bahulavan, the next place is to head towards Govardhan Hill. So Mahaprabhu was heading toward Govardhan Hill. He was doing Prikrama of Braj, but not like you guys coming with the AC car and bus. He had his 2 feet with his arms raised in the sky, chanting, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And he was totally lost in ecstasy, no external consciousness. When they got near to some village at the end of Govardhan, his servant asked one villager, what is the name of this village? And the villager said, this is Aritagram. As soon as the sound Aritagram entered into Mahaprabhu's ear, he returned to his external consciousness. And he began to ask everyone, where is Radhakund and Shyamakund? Now why, hearing Aritagram, did Mahaprabhu remember Radhakund and Shyamakund? Because the original name of this place is Aristagram, because this is where Krishna killed the Aristasura. Now, Arista was a big bad demon, and we heard that Radhakund and Shyamakund is a very sweet Madhurya Ras place. So what does Aristasura have to do with Radhakund and Shyamakund? Why Mahaprabhu remembered Radhakund and Shyamakund? Because what happened is Krishna had just gotten dressed up. We describe Natavara. Prabhupada used the word Natavara, just like dancing actor. Very nice dhoti, and he tightened his belt and he got ready for dancing with the gopis, doing Ras Leela. At that time, he got the news that this Aristasura was terrorizing the Brishbasis. You thought this terrorism was something new. This has been going on for at least last 5,000 years. This was Arista bin Laden. With his hooves, he was digging up the earth. With his horns, he was smashing the Brishbasi houses. By his roaring, the Brishbasinis were having miscarriage. He was so big, his tail was swatting the clouds here and there and here and there. And he took one look at Krishna, and he began to dig the earth, and he pointed his horns. And Krishna, very nonchalantly, he put his hand on the shoulder of a friend. He said, who does the guy think he is? And that Aristasura charged, so then Krishna, he tightened his belt, he flapped his arms, and he grabbed that Aristasura by the horns, he swung him around and around and around and smashed him to the ground, and stomping on him like a wet sponge, he passed stool and urine simultaneously, and he went to the kingdom of death. Then Shyam Sundar said, all right, now we can do Ras. And Radharani and Gopi said, how we can be associated with such a person as you? You have done a big pop. You've done a big sin. You killed a cow. You killed a bull, excuse me. And Krishna, that wasn't a bull, that was a demon. And Radharani said, may have been a demon, but he was in the form of a bull. May have been in the form of a bull, but he was a demon. And Radharani said, well, we heard from Mother Purnamasi that one time there was, Indra killed one demon named Vitrasura. Remember from Srimad Bhagavatam. He was a Brahmin, but he was a demon. But he was a Brahmin, so Indra got reaction. That old lady coughing blood and came chasing after him. We heard in Srimad Bhagavatam. He had to hide in the lake of lotuses for so many thousands of years. He got reaction. So then Krishna said, all right, what do I have to do to get free from this reaction? And Radharani and the gopis consulted one another. You will have to take bath in all the sacred places of the universe. You will have to take bath in all the sacred places of the universe. Are, that will take a long time. How I can be away from you girls for so long? So I will call all the sacred places in one place and take my bath here. And Gopi said, oh Shamsundar, don't try to fool us with your magic. We don't believe in your magic. And Krishna took his foot and he stomped his foot, right foot into the ground and made a very deep depression in the earth. Then he played on his flute and all the sacred places of the universe personified came with folded hands. And he said, Maharaj? He said, yes, you give your introduction, you chant your mantra, and you pour your water in my kund. So everyone came forward, he gave his introduction, he chanted his mantra, and he poured his water in Krishna's kund. And Krishna, just by his eyes, he was showing the gopis. Because when we have love, then we don't need words. When we're angry, we yell at each other. We're standing right in front of each other, but we scream. Why? Because our hearts have gone far away from each other, so we yell. But when we love each other, we don't even, we talk very sweet words. Or sometimes we don't even use words, just by our eyes. So Krishna, just by his eyes, he was showing. See, they're coming, I told you. So Radharani and the gopis watched all the sacred places come. This took a long time, almost to the midnight. So then, Krishna took his bath. Then he invited Radharani and the gopis, come in the water, we'll do jalakeli, water pastimes. And Radharani said, this kund is contaminated with your sin. How we can come in this kund? We're going to make our own kund. So on the other side, there was a place where Aristasura had dug his hoof into the ground. So Radharani broke her kankan, her golden bangle, and began to dig. And all the Sakhis, they broke their kankans and they began to dig. So that original kund is there underneath Radha Kund. In 2010, I think it was, they did the cleaning of Radha Kund. And we got darshan of that Kankan Kund. You can go on YouTube and type in either Kangan or Kankan, either one, on YouTube, and you can see the Kankan Kund. So they dug this beautiful little kund, and you will be surprised how deep is Radha Kund. So far down, then this little Kankan Kund is there. So then Krishna, he said, your kund is very beautiful, but there's no water in it. And Radharani said, we're going to bring water from Manasi Ganga. Because in the middle of Govardhan town is a beautiful lake called Manasi Ganga. We're going to bring water from Manasi Ganga. With millions of gopis, with silver and gold water pots, one line coming, one line going, we'll bring water from Manasi Ganga. Now Krishna doesn't like to see Radharani and the gopis doing any work. He can't bear to see bead of perspiration come on Radharani's brow. So with his eyes, he signaled to all those sacred places personified. They became one person. And they came before Srimati Radhika and began to offer so many beautiful prayers. And Radharani was suspicious. They're all coming. He's coming from Krishna's side. What do you want? He said, we thought that the perfection of life was to be associated with the lotus feet of Sri Krishna. Because when Krishna bathed in all the sacred waters, he became purified, right? Huh? Nahi. All the sacred places became purified because Krishna bathed in them. But now, seeing your wonderful divine qualities, we can understand the real perfection of life is to be associated with your lotus feet. So what do you want? He said, we want to come in your kund. And Radharani, she smiled at Sri Krishna. And she shook her head. And if you go to Radhakund, you'll see there's a little white chhatri. Underneath that white chhatri, you look at the steps very carefully, you see there's a hole from Shamakund into Radhakund. So they broke through and they poured into, that happened exactly at the midnight. And now I learned a secret thing from my dear godbrother Mahanidhi Swami, that actually Jiva Goswami, we're celebrating on the Bahulastami day, but that's another festival. But Jiva Goswami specifically mentions in his, I can't remember the name of his tika now, that this happened on the Chaitra Purnima. Otherwise on Bahulastami night there's 30,000-40,000 people, it's so crowded you can't even get near the kund. So now Mahanidhi started a new Radhakund Snan on the Chaitra Purnima night, around April or March and April. But no crowd at all. It happened right at the midnight of Chaitra Purnima. Therefore, when Mahaprabhu heard this is a Ritagram, he immediately asked, where's Radhakund and Chamakund? But nobody could tell him. They were lost to the eyes of the world. But being the self-same Supreme Personality of Godhead, Brajendanandan Sham Sundar, we know that verse, Brajendanandan Jai, Sachi Sutta Hoilo Se. He sat underneath the tamal tree. That tamal tree no longer exists. I watched it dry up before my very eyes. He sat under that tamal tree and he saw there was two paddy fields. One was called Kali and one was called Gauri. So you can understand this Kali, that is Shamakund, and this Gauri, that is Radhakund. Mahaprabhu took bath in whatever water was there in those paddy fields, and he offered many, many beautiful prayers. Saba gopi haite radha krishna ra prayase, taiche radha kunda priya priya ra sarasi. Saba gopi haite, of all the gopis, Radha Krishna ra prayase. Radharani is most dear to Krishna. Taiche radha kunda priya priya ra sarasi. In the same way, this sarasi, this lake, known as Radhakund, is just as dear to Krishna as Srimati Radhika. From Padma Puran, Yatha Radha Priya Vishnus Tasya Kundam Priyam Dada Sarva Gopishu Saivaika Vishnu Ratyanta Ballava. Yatha Radha Priya Vishnu, just as Radha is very dear to Vishnu or Krishna, Tasya Kundam Priyam Dada, this Kund is just as dear to Krishna as Radha. Sarva Gopisu Saivaika, there's one, Vishnu Atyanta Balaba. When we want to say the mostest of anything, then we use the word Atyant. Atyanta Balava, beloved. Mostest, belovedest of Krishna. E kunde nitya Krishna radhikara sange, jala jale keli kore tire rasarange. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur remarked that the people of the world will try to learn Bengali just to relish the nectar, ras of Chaitanya Charitamrita. So any Hindi wala, it's a very simple verse. Any Hindi wala can even understand. Very simple. E kunde nitya Krishna, always Krishna, nitya Krishna, Radhika Rasangi, and the Sangha of Radharani. E kunde nitya Krishna, Radhika Rasangi, Jale. Now we all say pani, but in Bengal we say jol. And jole means in the water. Jale, jala keli, and the water, they're doing water pastimes. Tire, rasarangi, on the banks, they're doing ras. So you could follow without knowing any Bengali, but it's so sweet. E kunde nitya Krishna radhika rasange, jale jala keli kore tire rasarange. E kunda se ek bara kore snana, tana radha sama prema Krishna kore dana. E kundi, in this kund, say, that person, ek bar kore snana. You can follow, huh? One time takes his bath. Tana radha sama prema Krishna kore dana. Krishna gives charity. When you go to Radhakund, so many Brahmins are there waiting to take charity from you. But Krishna, he's giving charity. What charity? Radha sama prema. We know this word sama. Samoham sarvabhu. Krishna says, I am equal to everyone. That praying, equal to Radharani's praying, Krishna gives in charity to someone who one time takes his bath. Kundara mahima yena radhara mahima, Kundara madhuri yena radhara madhurima. The glories of this kund is just as glorious as Srimati Radhika, and the sweetness of this kund is just as sweet as the madhurima, the sweetness of Srimati Radhika. Chanting all these prayers, Mahaprabhu took his bath, then he marked his body with the tilak of Radhakund, and he revealed Radhakund and Shyamakund to the eyes of the world. So this is the very wonderful history of Radhakund. So it's getting late, so we'll put our voice to rest here. But first we'll do our favorite kirtan. So everybody can stand up. This is Nachne Wali Kirtan. Jai Jai Radhe, Jaya Jaya Shyam, Jai Jai Sri Vrindavana Dham. Jai Jai Radhe, Jaya Jaya Shyam, Jai Jai Sri Vrindavana Dham. Jai Jai Radhe, Jaya Jaya Shyam, Jai Jai Sri Vrindavana Dham. Jai Jai Radhe, Jai Jai Shyam, Jai Jai Sri Vrindavana Dham.